Let me ask you a question. You ever won that one? All right, we know that was a... Have you ever even competed for one of these? Let me ask you a question. You ever won that one? All right, we know that was a... Have you ever even competed for one of these?
Chelsea are world champs.
World champions.
Chelsea are Club World Cup champions.
World champions, guys.
Chelsea, congratulations.
World fucking champions.
You have won everything in world football.
Yeah, world champions for 4 years.
Everything in club football.
World champions. Chelsea are Club World Cup champions.
The best team in the world is now Chelsea Football Club.
And Chelsea are world champions now. Whatever you want to say about them.
They're going to be world champs for the next 4 years.
World champions at Chelsea Football Club.
My name is Troops. And I am the wise man. And I would like to introduce the reigning, defending, undisputed, undefeated world champion, Carefree Lewis G.
Big up everybody. Day 120 of the 1,461 day reign is amongst us. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in. It's been a lovely weekend, especially from a Chelsea perspective. We've gained a lot of ground on the rivals amongst us, from the likes of Liverpool all the way to Sunderland. We've managed to gain some ground, and we actually, for all the injuries, all the red cards, all the defensive calamities, we're in the top 3. Not pretty bad for a team without their best creator on the pitch. But we're going to delve into all the fixtures of the weekend. Jay's running late. He's had an emergency. He'll be here, but he'll be here in due course. But we've got Northside and Mikez in here. So hit the likes, sub to the panel. Links down in the description below. You guys already know what to do. And yeah, let's get into it. Northside, well, what are you saying, my guy? I hope you're good, bro. Hope everything's well.
I'm okay. Big up to the panel. I'm okay.
You're as good as you can be. Love to hear it, man. And Mikez, I actually wanted to start with West Ham this time because, I didn't expect to be in this position where we were talking about back-to-back wins for the Claret and Blues. What's going on over there, mate? How's everything been?
I didn't expect to either. I think everyone knows I didn't expect to. It's good to be here as always. It's just relief.
Were you there? Did you go on the weekend as well?
I was there. It was a very successful day. Because we had a march beforehand, little protest march, and that was very successful. 10 to 12k marching across Stratford.
And you won your last game as well. That's the best part about that. You guys are being consistent.
Yep, and that's what I like to see. And this is what I don't know why it's taken so long for us to finally put our unity into action. But none of us have wanted the owners in. We're all very unified on that. It's just everyone has a different way of dealing with it. Some of the fans are like, "Well, I'm going to go to every game regardless because I back the team. I've been going for years. Cool, whatever." Some of us are like, "Okay, I'm sick of these, man. Let's put this into action. Let's actually be a part of something." So when we did the protest originally, a lot of people turned up for that. Then the boycott, I think it was 400 or 4,000. Sorry, that didn't turn up in the stadium, even though it didn't show at the top. It was mainly at the top of the stadium because people can't be asked to show up anyway, especially the people that sit high up. That in midweek games, no, we're not going. And that was the perfect game to boycott. With this one, it was it started at 12:30 and ended around 1:45, just marching across Stratford, taking over the roads of Stratford, pissing off the police, funny enough. The police were like, "Okay, how are we going to deal with this? Nobody told us there was going to be a march sort of thing. We're just intercepting the roads."
You seem a bit moody in general whenever we go over. So
Yeah. The Stratford police is not great. But that was successful. Apparently, we're meant to hear some good news about the club later on, but I don't know how much of of that, I believe, if I'm being completely real. But that's coming from the people that run the process of boycotts and stuff. But going to the game, yeah, I wanted this. The exact same lineup started, and that's what you get when you start a balanced lineup, which is why I don't get why it took him so long to even do that in the first place. But Newcastle and Burnley, we see the same lineup in a row, and we're seeing results. And to be honest with you, it wasn't the best performance. It wasn't at all. Like, obviously, results over performances, but the whole reason why I'm still looking at performances is because I want to see something that I can see as like a catalyst for the future, where I'm looking at, like, can we go on a run to get us out of trouble a bit earlier than usual? And don't get me wrong, one thing I don't have any complaints with is the midfield, because that midfield with Potts, Fernandes, and Paquetá has been absolutely amazing.
So he's kept to the same as last week then?
Yeah, he kept to the same lineup as last week, which is all we wanted. And not, to be honest, the first half especially was terrible. I can't lie, the first half was terrible. And I don't even really blame the manager necessarily for it, even though I'm not a fan of him. It's more so the players didn't seem switched on for me. It was a lot of like not winning the duels enough. Every time the ball went into the box, there was late reactions. Somerville was being so predictable. I like Somerville, but that was his first game where I've been really frustrated with him because they planned to literally double up on him and just guard his right foot because of how one-footed he is. So when he was going around the outside, he was still trying to use his right foot. And when he was going on the inside, he was taking too long to shoot. But he's developing a really good relationship with Mateus Fernandes. And Mateus Fernandes had a great performance, man of the match performance, by far the best player on the pitch. And he's a great player because he takes the sole creativity aspect of Paquetá. We don't have to solely rely on Paquetá for creativity. We can allow our two players.
You don't know how long you're going to have him for either.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know if he's going to move next season or whatever, but at the same time, we know he's staying for the rest of the season at least because people like to drag him down with all these reports, and he always comes out and it's like, I'm not leaving anywhere. I don't know what they're talking about, sort of thing. And he always does stay. So I respect that from him. And I respect the fact that he's always wanted to fight for this club, etc. He doesn't like let anything get to him, despite being one of the bigger name players of the club. So
is that genuine from his side, or is it like, because I remember hearing about the Forest celebration early in the season, and then hearing that like the move just fell through, and then he was trying to like just keep up appearances afterwards. Was that true, or is that not the case?
No, that wasn't true. Basically, the Romano report wasn't as close as people thought. That was really what drove people mad about the whole thing, was that Romano was nowhere near correct. Like when we go off ex-West Ham employee, he was like, they're interested, but they're not nowhere near close to buying Paquetá, Aston Villa at the time. They weren't anywhere near. So that's why Paquetá did the whole celebration, because it was rumored that he wasn't going to play and all of this. And every time there has been a rumor about him being unhappy, he's always come out publicly and hinted that I've never been unhappy here, which is good. And even when his Man City thing fell through, like, to give a backstory to how Paquetá's character is like, when the Man City thing was happening, obviously the betting allegations came about, and he was basically promised by David Moyes, I'm only going to play you for 60 minutes, and then I'll take you off for the Bournemouth game, and so he doesn't get injured, and the Man City thing doesn't fall through. He ended up playing like 75 to 80 minutes, and he didn't complain about playing those extra minutes. He didn't complain. Even though Moyes promised to take him off earlier, it was pretty much like, okay, he's set on to go Man City now, 85 million release clause and whatever. He's never complained, never refused to train. The only thing of what I was worried about, it wasn't a lack of trying from these players. It was a lack of quality and a lack of balance from manager team selections. I've seen West Ham teams not try before, multiple times, where we had a lot of big name players, but they were just there for the sake of it. But this team, they want to be here. It's just about finding the right balance. And now that we find the balance, hopefully we can keep that. Because I've at least said we've got 14 to 15 players that we can work around. It's not the best squad in the world. The squad shouldn't be getting relegated.
You only really need about 15, like maybe max 18 to get through in a, like, if you're doing one game a week. So, yeah. That works out pretty well. Your goal difference is the only thing separating you. And that might have been, it was that last goal you conceded against Burnley, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that kept it
by the bye right now. You gotta be feeling a little bit more optimistic about staying up now, at least. Last week was the first one. Now it's back-to-back wins. You can start to feel a little bit of a run of momentum going.
Yeah, naturally, I'm feeling more optimistic than I was. But the performance against Burnley, we can't perform like that against a lot of teams if we're going to actually stay up. Because against Bournemouth, for example, I know they lost 4-0 the other day, but going to their ground is still going to be tough. I think we'll outdo them in a midfield battle, but you can't perform like that in the first half and get away with it.
You have to be really good when you catch them on the break, because Iraola's doing this high line for life thing with the high press, and the last two teams he's played have found their way through him. If you can like keep yourself solid in the midfield, and like your outlets like Somerville are on job when you guys get to the final third, there's actually a good chance you're getting something of them because their form's all over the place right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We've got Fernandes and Paquetá in midfield who are great at transitioning ball very quickly, and Somerville and Bowen as runners in behind as outlets on the wing that should play into us quite a bit if we're solid. I would say Max Kilman is still playing absolutely horrendous. I cannot lie. Like I've said this before, if he does learn to jump, it needs to be off a bridge first, because this guy, the way he was marking Fleming was genuinely so stupid. Like, Diouf needs to needs to use his common sense and actually start closing people down when it comes to crossing the ball, because it was one of the easiest goals to concede. The goals we conceded are very preventable still. It's just now that we have a system that's at least like restricted to the amount of player mistakes we actually make rather than it's the system and player mistakes, because that's what the problem was under Potter. You can't just let a striker jump like that. You can't. And at least with like Wan-Bissaka, he's playing really well with Bowen. It was actually one of Bowen's worst games, I'd say. But the reason why we're not talking about it as much is because he doesn't play bad for us. So when you have one bad game, I can allow it. I can allow it because he's literally been carrying the team on his back for about 2 seasons.
Put it in the bank, man.
Yeah, and if this was a run of games, I'd be going for his head. But it's like, I ain't criticizing you. You're the reason why we stayed up last season. Like, you're the only one scoring a goal. So I'm not going to falter him either way. The thing is, Callum Wilson's doing it right up front as well. You can't play a whole 90 minutes. So when Soucek's coming on, we're using Soucek the right way. Closer to goal, you're nowhere near build-up play because you can't kick a ball to save your life. But what you can do, you can poach. He actually has good movement in the box. I know the midfielders sometimes can do that, but it feels like he has striker movement. It feels like he has striker movement sometimes. He gives defenders and things.
Yeah, the Soucek's one of those midfielders you'd always just randomly see on the score sheet.
Yeah. Max. And he's always been like a guy where you play like a centre-back and a striker before you do a midfielder. It's mad because he's really good at like in the box defending, in the box attacking. It's just everything in the middle I am not happy with. But as long as you keep him away from build-up, it's calm. Freddie Potts has been brilliant. I can't lie. It's what we've been looking for in the midfield for so long since Declan Rice has left. But he is not like Declan Rice either. Now, a lot of people are doing a comparison because he's the academy kid coming up. But Freddie Potts is more of a conductor, pass the ball in between the lines and stuff like that as well, but also likes to get the ball and go on. And he's given Fernandes and Paquetá something new to think about in terms of where they can pass the ball instead of just knocking it down the wing all the time or knocking it down to the first person that's running it behind. We're actually interchanging a bit in the midfield, which is what I like. It's just the way we're set up off the ball still and some of the player errors and just the way they weren't switched on for the most part of the first half and some of the second half. That's still not convincing me that we'll breeze past this relegation battle, but we are looking stronger than most teams if we play like that, which is just what we need to keep up. It's nothing to get carried away about just because of 2 games. There's nothing to change your mind about when it comes to the manager either, in my opinion. Because a lot of people that were agreeing with me last week are suddenly trying to change their mind. It's just like, no, we need to see more. But it's not Nuno's fault necessarily that we're here, but he just needs to keep this up. Right now, we've got a good balanced team. It's a good balanced team in terms of starting 11 right now, but we just got to keep this up. Areola, that was a poor mistake at the end. That wasn't a 3-2 game in my opinion. Even in the second half, even though we weren't as good, they were terrible. So we were way better than them, in my opinion. Kyle Walker dipped. Jadon Anthony dipped. Like a lot of their good players that actually played well in the first half just dipped in performances. They are very predictable when it comes to in possession as well. So it played into our hands quite a bit. We just literally what we need to do is just stay solid, keep hitting teams on the counter, keep that midfield as long as possible, and we should be okay.
You got to take some big scalps. I just looked at your fixtures that are coming up.
Yep.
That is a little... Actually, no, this is the wrong format. There we go. So you got Bournemouth, Liverpool, Man United, Brighton, Villa, and Man City. Yeah, you can do me a lot of favors this month.
It's tough.
You can help me out a lot.
Which is why the Burnley game, I'd say, was one of the most important games in our history in terms of the last 2 years, because it pretty much determined whether are we hopeless in this relegation battle or are we ready to fight. Winning 2 games in a row is big for us because we ain't done that since February. Before the Newcastle game, we won a home game since February. I can't remember the last time we won 2 home games in a row, to be completely honest. So that was really good for us. And we knew with this run coming up, you had to win against Newcastle and Burnley because Newcastle haven't been good away from home. And Burnley just aren't that good in general. We were just making a lot of the teams around us look better than they actually were due to how poor we were. So don't get me wrong, those fixtures are very difficult. I don't see us going 6 losses in a row, though. So you've got to pick up some couple points. You've got to pick up a few points there. Like, you've got to give Liverpool a run for their money. You've got to give Bournemouth a run for their money. Man United. You've got to give everyone a run for their money and see what you can do. It's going to be difficult, though. I don't know how many points we pick up, but we got to restore some records, man. We got to keep getting our chains back, as I keep saying, because everyone has had a good record against us for the past 2-3 years. Everyone's overturning their records against us, so we got to get our records back. We can't be can't have everyone as our bogey team.
Best thing you can do is just turn the home into a fortress and then work from there.
Yeah, that's what every time if I'm a new manager at West Ham, I'm looking at the London games, like the amount of London teams that are in the Premier League and the home form. It's a good way to start. Get rid of that London derby drought because there's so many London teams, you can pick up so many points from just that. And there's not even a thing of it's a derby thing. It's a case of there are so many London teams. Teams naturally turn up if it's local, whether it's mad or whether it's not mad. So just work on that, but also work on our home form because our home form has been absolutely horrendous for the past 2 years.
All right, cool. One last thing I wanted to ask. What would it take for you to renew that season ticket? That's all I want to know.
The owner's leaving.
So nothing this season's really wrapping it then.
No. We're not going to get Europe.
No big turnaround from Nuno or nothing. No.
We're not going to get Europe. So no.
Nah, not even Europe. Let's even just say mid-table or something that.
I've seen multiple mid-table seasons. There's nothing that's renewing my season ticket.
You know what? Fair enough. Stand on business. I respect that. Calm. Big up every single one of you. You lot already know what to do. Keep smashing those likes. Keep subbing. Algorithm. The algorithm's been a fuckery since the window shut. We're going to be back up after the international break, but hit that like and get us one step closer. You guys already know. Northside. Arsenal fans kind of got to slap back to reality. I always have to remind myself, there's a way I talk with Arsenal fans and then there's a way I talk with Northside because I know I'm going to have a more logical conversation. So, Arsenal fans got to slap back to reality on the weekend. I think we also got to slap back to reality when it came down to the manager Arteta because going defensive 2-1 away at Sunderland is definitely a choice. That's a real choice to make as league leaders in terms of the way you want to manage a game and also just your ambitions as a manager. I would personally want to see us go more attacking, seeing as they're now going to come out a little bit. They're going to have a bit more space to work with. Same way when we went 1-0 up against Wolves. You bring on the likes of an Esteval because now there's more there's more space for you to operate with. You guys did the opposite. And then obviously a calamity of errors for the second goal. Marino presses too slow. Saliba and Zubimendi, they don't win the aerial duel against one guy. You've got Raya, no man's land. Gabriel bodied. A whole load of mistakes. But ultimately, kind of think it was a fair result too, the way the 90 minutes went. But how are you feeling coming out of that? And yeah, 2 points dropped.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. This is exactly why I never get excited. This is why I never get too giddy. I never go over the top because the biggest question mark with this team is when the pressure's on. And to be fair to the team, the last couple of weekends, our rivals were dropping points. We were getting the points. But can we do it consistently? I've said that we cannot rely on set pieces. And there was no set piece to save us in this game. Absolutely no set pieces. Everybody was rubbish. Everybody was rubbish this game. And this is what I'm talking about. The ironic thing is Sunderland, they were using the dark arts against us. We're supposed to be the champions of dark arts. We're supposed to be the champions of set pieces. Well, they scored from a set piece. Like, we should have been 2-0 down at halftime. There was nothing from the team. Everybody was rubbish. Eze was hiding. Moreno was sliding all over the place like he just went Ali Pali for the first time in his life. Saka's been trash. Don't let them gas you about Saka, because Saka's been trash all season. Yeah, and when you put players on pedestals, there's an expectation. You can't just run your mouth about players being in certain conversations, and then when they're not performing, you've got a bunch of excuses. I don't want to hear it. Don't talk to me about doubled up on and trebled up on. Doku was doubled up on and trebled up on against Liverpool, and yet he still performed and was their man of the match. And I watched that game. So I don't really want to hear this doubled up on bullshit. I see Dalman as well when he plays on the right wing. He doesn't even try to play 1-2s off the number 10. He gets doubled up on, fouled and everything, and he still beats his player. So I don't want to really hear any of that. Like, Trossard was trash apart from the goal as well. And even the way we scored in that game, Trossard took it upon himself to score that goal. That wasn't a goal through great phases of play or things that we've done in the training ground. Saka's goal as well. Rice wins the ball back, lays it off to him. It was a mistake from Sunderland playing up from the back. And what I hate about this manager, yeah, is the cowardice approach. That when we're now winning the game, you're now not bringing on players that actually would just kill off the game. Because in the second half, we had the possession, and then extra time, like just before extra time, he's like, yo, everybody sit back. Allow them to spam crosses in the box. And I was on Lee's watch along, and I was saying, the way they're spamming crosses in the box, we're going to concede. We're going to concede. Stop the crosses in the box. No, let them spam cross after cross after cross. Boom, goal. When your defense is having a bad game, which our defense was having a bad game, Gabriel, Saliba, Calafiori, Timber, everyone was dropping a stinker. You don't start going, okay, we're just going to rely on our defense, because you know they're having a bad game as a unit. But this guy thought, we'll add an extra body and all of a sudden we can rely. No, the defense is having a bad game. The attack is what's saving us, even though overall we're having a bad game. Put them to the sword. Because Sunderland weren't doing the dark arts and weren't drawing fouls and weren't pressing us back into our half the way they was in the first half and the second half. But this is what I mean about this manager.
From when you got the equalizer, you could feel the game turn in your direction. From the second goal, I didn't think Sunderland were coming back. I thought you guys had the control. Sunderland seemed to have just lost a lot of confidence with the way the second half was going, and it seemed like you were going to see it out from there. But I agree with you. You guys went back. You went more and more passive, which is just a bigger indictment on Arteta, in spite of the way the season's gone, in spite of you guys looking like the only real consistent team in the league. And you could still make that argument now. It's moments like this that make the difference.
That is the approach in the knockout stages of the Champions League. That is the approach in the cups. That is the approach when it's the business end of the season. And this is the difference between being a contender and being a winner. Mentality, the intent. The intent wasn't there, bro. The intent to win the game wasn't there. And that is why I don't wax lyrical about this manager. You're good enough to contend, you're not good enough to win. That's it. And there's nothing wrong with it. This fan base just needs to stop overgassing this manager, bro, because when it's time to get over the line, this guy reverts back to type. I won't concede. 2-1 lead, yeah, is not a convincing lead, bro. It's not something where you go, okay, especially 7 minutes extra time. You know they're going for it. They're throwing the kitchen sink at it. And what are you doing? Nothing. No counter-attacking. No pressing them back. Yeah, I mean, not giving them... Bro, sometimes attack is the best form of defense. But this manager, everything has to be the defense. And this is what happens when you just rely on your defense, yeah? When the defense has a bad day, you can't afford for them to have a bad day. Yeah, I mean, you can't afford for them to have a bad day. Hold on, let me pass this phone to my sister. One sec.
Yeah, no worries. Do your thing. Yeah, I agree as well. The Mosquera substitution too, because just building on Northside's point, when you're going more and more defensive, keep your outlets on the pitch. It's such basic tactics. I've cussed out our managers my past managers so many times for doing this shit. If you want to go ultra defensive, if you even want to go into a game with a defensive mindset, that is fine by me if you have the outlets to relieve the pressure. Taking off Eze, bringing on another centre-back, meaning you now have what? Only 3 forwards that you can trust? You're setting yourself up. Especially when, like, the forwards that you're on, none of them were even rapid like that. So no one can really, like, put the burners on that Sunderland backline and, like, try and bring them all a bit further back. Yeah, it was Marino, Saka, and Trossard. You're doing nothing with that in transition.
Have you spoke about, big up, by the way, have you lot spoke about Saka yet? Have we spoken about Saka yet? I think a word
on him, but feel free to.
Oh, thank you so much, man. I think a word needs to be had on him, bro, because it's almost like I said, if you play someone for 3 straight seasons, yeah, they're gonna start running like they're pregnant. And surprise, surprise, Saka runs like he's 6 months pregnant. I'm not even joking. Northside, you watch your team every week. Does he not look slower? Even on the ball, he looks so sluggish, like he even getting his shot. You know how quick Saka used to get that shot off, right or left foot, even though his left foot is strong. That was one thing that everyone admired about Saka, right? His ability to quickly can get it out of his feet quick. Bro, I see him charge up a shot like he's charging up a Beyblade, bro. It's dark. Your manager has to hold that one still. And now, hey, you better sign Rodrigo in January, boy, because it's looking spooky. Hey, this is where the fall off starts, man. This is where it usually starts, you know. November, everything usually starts going tits up. We get to March, you know, and there's 7 points.
Very big week coming up after the break.
A very big week, very big week. Although saying that, yeah, I don't really have anything to be looking forward to. But we'll get onto that when it's that time, innit? But no, I
know you're looking very cheerful, but don't worry. Deji told us a draw feels like a win, innit? So it's what you do. But like I said, look at my face and look at your face after a draw. Look how happy you are right now.
Hey, I'm just happy to be speaking to my friends, to be honest with you. I'm just happy to be on stream, my mates, bro. Honestly,
that's tugging on the emotional heartstrings, man. That's dark.
Yeah,
work,
man.
Bro.
We ain't got to my team yet. You know what I'm saying? Because the smile will disappear very fast. I can tell you that for free.
No, we can finish. There's not much else really to talk about. I've been saying that the way that we've been performing hasn't been good enough, even when we've got the win. Like the Fulham performance, I said wasn't good. The West Ham performance wasn't good. The Crystal Palace performance wasn't good. But this fan base, yeah, all they want to cheer about is, oh, we got a win. We're not getting cooked on Twitter. It's not about getting cooked on Twitter. It's about the reality of the situation. You can't just keep playing for set pieces. And the way that we play is rubbish, bro. It's rubbish. Like all the players, bro, I'm just sick and tired of it, bro. I'm sick and tired of the lack of creativity, bro. I'm sick and tired of the way we play in open play. I'm sick and tired of the lack of in-game management. And this is why I don't feel like Arteta he doesn't have what it takes to be an elite manager. He doesn't take risks. Yeah. He doesn't take calculated risks. He doesn't trust certain players that are in form. He says he picks players based on form. No, you don't. Because Diamond can put in great performances. You'll still bench him. Ethan can score goals. We saw it last season. You'll still bench him. You got your favorites. And it is what it is. I'm not really hearing it. People saying, oh, yeah, Odegaard comes back. Odegaard was rubbish, bro. It's not like we play any better when Odegaard's available, bro.
Yeah, this whole briefing about all the cavalry's coming in. I'm like, it's Martinelli, Madueke, Havertz, Gyökeres, and Odegaard. Only one of them's good, and that's Odegaard, and even that's an on his day type beat.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're talking like we ain't seen the last couple of years with Odegaard, big games going missing, games we should have won gone missing. What about 22-23 season when we lost 1-0 to Nottingham Forest? Where was Odegaard that day? There's bare games. Where was Odegaard against Bayern? Where was Odegaard against PSG? Like don't talk to me about Odegaard like this guy sets the standard here at this club, because he doesn't. Because there's multiple competitions. What about when we were playing up against 10-man Man United? Where was Odegaard then? So this revisionism, yeah, for certain players, like, yeah, they turn up if we had these players. No, when we have these players, we still don't win nothing. So don't talk to me about that. When we're talking about set pieces, we've had set pieces the last couple of years. We didn't even win a Carabao Cup. So don't talk to me like, oh, this set piece thing is definitely going to win us trophies. No, it's not. No, it's not. Martinelli is the same player that everybody wanted sold. So is Trossard. You're going to get a couple of games from him, but on a consistent basis, he ain't good enough. Hence why you wanted him sold in the summer. So let's not do the revisionism thing. because we've had all these things, yeah, and we still ain't gotten over the line. Don't talk to me about certain players. Saka, even when Saka was doing everything he was doing, getting loads of goals, our highest goal scorer, we still wasn't good enough to win the league. We bring in a striker and we're still struggling to get a consistent performance out of him. Yeah, Moreno hasn't been great, but neither has Gyökeres on a weekly basis. So all of these things are irrelevant. Man, talk about Madueke coming back. Bro, we were still looking trash with Madueke. When we had Madueke, we're still dropping points to Liverpool and Man City. We still didn't look convincing against Man United, which we got away with in our first game of the season. So man, keep looking at the players, but there's no coincidence, yeah? You bring Gyökeres into this team, he looks worse. You look Eze into this team, he looks worse. All our attacking players look worse when you bring them here to this team, bro. It's a system problem. It doesn't matter if you play Ethan, if you play Odegaard, if you play Eze. The system isn't good enough. You got Zubimendi there that hasn't been that great. This guy was supposed to be the next coming of Partey. The reality is we ain't been looking that great this season, but we've got away with it. But guess what? We'll always catch up with you. Performances. Performances will catch up with you. So you can win a game and get gas. Oh, but what's the score? What's the score? No problem. This fan base here have double standards. The way they analyze Arsenal, the way they analyze the rivals. When Liverpool were getting points and it weren't looking convincing, but it's not convincing, it's not sustainable. What? Us nicking set pieces against Fulham, West Ham and Crystal Palace and winning games and playing trash, you think that's sustainable? What's the difference? The only difference is you're not a Liverpool fan. So you'll speak honestly. But when it's Arsenal, it's always a different context. It's all BS, bro. We've been having a good defense and good set pieces. The overall thing I keep seeing, we've got an upgrade on the number 10. Why is the football not looking better? We've got a clinical striker that we bought from Sporting. Why are we not scoring more goals from the striker? Our best opportunities here against Sunderland fell to Zubimendi, Gabriel, and Saliba. How is it that we're creating opportunities more for defensive players than for the attacking players? Make that make sense, bro. It don't make sense. Look at the way that we couldn't break down Sunderland in the first half. We couldn't play past their press. A man think that this guy's going to be the answer in the Champions League. This is why I haven't got giddy, bro. Because I see the reality of my team. I don't go from week to week, Tottenham Hotspur type of analysis. 1 week is amazing, the other week is not amazing. No, bro. I don't do that. I look at the team and the way my team is performing. And the way my team is performing in open play and for 90 minutes, it has not been convincing. Most time this season, yeah, we've been good for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. We have, name me one game we've been great for 90 minutes. We haven't. We haven't. Don't talk to me about Atleti because most of our goals came from set pieces. Most of our goals came from set pieces.
I can only think Forest, really. And like, Ange Forest is nothing to even talk about.
West Ham beat Ange's Forest, to be fair.
But I don't want to hear that. It doesn't do good on the internet.
Oh, was it Nuno's?
Telling the truth about Arsenal doesn't do good on the internet, bro. What does good on the internet? Arsenal scary. Arsenal scintillate. Arsenal yeah, all right. Okay, then. Okay, gassing up the same things that happened last season. I'm supposed to be gassed now. Nah, bro. I'm not doing the Arsenal scary. On my days. Look at the thumbnail. Oh, they're unbelievable. Get out of here, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Get out of here, bro. These man, all it is click. They just want all this clickbait, bro. No, it's not scary. No, it's not. You know what I mean? The team ain't looking good. Saka's been rubbish this season. He's been rubbish. And the biggest cop-out is it's racist. No, criticism isn't racist, bro. Criticism isn't racist, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? These men are moving like Martin Luther King every time you talk about Saka, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I had a dream. Get out of here, bro. You can criticize a player. It doesn't matter about the ethnicity, bro. Also, all this fan base, bro, they're all sensitive, bro. All of these, man, bro, they're all estrogen fans, bro. I'm tired of these guys.
This is why I say I got to talk to Arsenal fans in one breath and I got to talk to you in a separate breath. It's probably the best compliment.
I'm negative, though, because I call it out. I'm negative. And I called it out on my channel, yeah. Last thing before I shut up, yeah. I said, yo, do you know you pussios, yeah, that keep saying, oh, you're being negative. Shut your effing mouth at the end of the season with your oh my days analysis. Where did we lose the league? Oh, where did it go wrong for us? Shut up, innit? Because I call it out when the team can actually make changes. The manager can make changes. Then when you want tactical breakdown and analysis, suck your mum, innit? Suck your mum. Because when I'm talking about it now, it's negative. Why are you bringing it up? Suck your mum. Because all you man only want to talk about it when the league is done, cups are done, Champions League's done. Then you want to talk about it. No, I talk about it when we can actually say something and actually change what is going on, the way we play, substitution, in-game management, a plan B, using players in the right positions. Yeah, But then on my days, where did it break down? That's all I ever say. Where did it break down? And then everything that you've called me negative for, you bring up at the end of the season. Piss off, man. I'm tired of it. Arsenal are not winning a major honour this season. It's done. And the biggest thing holding this team back isn't the quality of the squad. It's the manager. He's holding us back. Because this team's good enough to win the league. Do you know what I'm saying? My team don't look like this guy's team. Yeah? But it does when it went with the starting lineup. Do you know what I'm saying? The difference between me is I'm not smiling after a draw. Yeah? That's not what I grew up on. Smiling, draws feels like wins. Let's clap. Oh, let's go back. Let's go get a coffee at the stadium. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's the difference, bro. I didn't grow up on this. You grew up on this. I didn't grow up on this.
Is my presence rage baiting you, bro? I haven't said anything.
I just see your smile and how much you're happy. Yeah? And I'm just like, bro, don't be smiling around me, innit? Don't be smiling, bro. There's nothing to smile about when you
God forbid a nigga's happy, man.
Nah. We're not doing all of that.
Bro, I'm not even I'm reading the chat, bro. I'm reading the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Not. You're giggling and sniggering in the corner. Now I see you giggling and sniggering in the corner.
Bro, there's a guy in the chat called Mauricio Pochettino asking for help. Like,
yeah, no, I'm reading about you ain't getting any help over here. Fuck that guy.
Fuck Poch. I'm just reading the chat laughing, bro.
Yeah, right,
I promise you, I'm actually laughing at what you're saying. I mean, to be fair, if I was, it is what it is, isn't it? It's not like you get me, but hey, man, come on, bro. You got your courage, G. You know what I'm saying, G? It's all right, bro. Why you so negative, Northside, man? Gosh.
Is he going to be back for the derby?
Huh?
Is he going to be back? Because a lot of the players that are out for Arsenal are rumoured to be back for the derby. I think Havertz, Odegaard, and Gyökeres at least. Not so sure about Noni. And I don't remember Jesus, who gives a shit whenever he's back. You know, that don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Bro, no.
But I think Demple's meant to be back.
Jesus, I didn't even know he still played for Arsenal, bro. That guy is never fit, bro. What even, bro? At this point, he should be the team barber, bro.
Brazilian Maddie McCann, bro. Brazilian Maddie
McCann.
McCann.
Saying, bro. Gabby McCann and that. He should just be.
Gabby McCann. That's a Gabby McCann.
Oh shit!
Man, I say he's on a favela contract. Is dark, man. Hey, free Gabby, bro. Hey, nah, man. This is my bad, innit? My bad. What can I say, bro? What can I say, man?
Oh, fucking hell, man. Yo, after the international break is going to pop off, man. Arsenal, Spurs, Bayern, and Chelsea in the same week. I cannot wait. Cannot wait.
Oh,
so, yes, Jay, you got to do me a favor first because we're trying to creep up on them.
We got to do ourselves some favors first and start winning home games. You know what I'm saying? However,
no, but you top of the away league. So, you know how this is meant to work.
Hey, we're also bottom of the home league, you know what I'm saying? So it's here and there. But hey, look, yeah, I'm assuming we're going onto the Spurs boys now.
Yeah, you know, it's a good enough segue. Yeah, we can run.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, we got the North London derby coming up and whatnot. Before I talk about that though, Mwani's now out for 2 months, guys, so that's great. Still
I don't think anyone's going to notice.
Yeah, well, you know what? You will notice when you've got Richarlison and number 11 as your two number 9s to pick from. Number 11.
Tell back, to be fair.
They both scored.
Oh, yeah, shit. Yeah, Richarlison did too.
That was a great finish.
Sorry, bro, because I know what, guys, I know you might want to do in it. I was there. And I just want to
only saw the last 10 minutes. I woke up to the booze when Xavi Simons got subbed.
I
just want to say something. First of all, to all you pages online, yeah, saying that the fans were booing Mateus Tell coming on the pitch, suck your mum. Word to Northside, suck your mum, innit? Take this hand and go dig it deep in your mama. That's the first thing, yeah? Second thing, yeah, this is the second thing. You see Richarlison, who's going to tell him to stop taking his shirt off? Who's going to tell that man? For the love of God, please, bro, please stop taking. No one wants to see the Neymar tap. No one cares. No one wants to see your pigeon chest. Nobody gives a fuck. Stop taking your shirt off, especially when someone has taken a shot and it's deflected off of you. It's deflected off of you. He didn't mean to do that. He did not mean to score that goal. Now, if I'm going to be honest, that was the shittest 90 minutes of football ever, as most Spurs United games are. Most Tottenham United games are shit watch. Guess what? Because both clubs, both teams are shit. That's the reality, innit?
And that's why I didn't wake up for it.
Anyone that watched that game will agree with me. That might have been one of the shittest 90 minutes I've seen from any club, any clubs all season, bro.
That feels like a win, though, no?
Pardon?
It feels like a win, though, no?
I don't know. Maybe Deji told you that, but you know, I crashed out on my match reaction. You know, I was crashing out because you know what? Nah, that don't feel like a win when you're 2-1 up, yeah, with 3 minutes to go, and all you have to do is defend. And guess what? Your manager, your manager, yeah, when you're 1-0 down for 50, 60 minutes, he's got no problem sitting back being passive. But God forbid you have to be passive for 3 minutes while you have a fucking lead. Yeah? Disgusting. Disgusting. Shabby Simmons. You know what? I would cook him. I would cook him. But there's no need. I can't even cook him this time. Because
I already had a decent cameo.
Bro, who is he passing to? Why is everyone in my midfield afraid of the ball? Why does no one want the ball? No. And you can say, here we go, yeah? But I'm standing there in 4K in person, seeing my midfielders. Xavi pick the ball up on the centre circle. Man, look up. Pap Sarr's running this way. Bentancur's going that way. Go to the ball. Give him options. Richarlison can't even hold his shirt up, let alone hold up the football. So why the fuck are you expecting him to be Xavi's only outlet? Do you guys see what I'm saying here? These are my problems. These are the problems that I have. And I've been saying it every show. Our midfield is too passive, bro. It's too passive. That's the reality. No one shows for the ball. No one takes any initiative. No one says, you know what? Fuck it. Let me take a shot. No one does none of that. And you can sit there and say it's the players, bro. But they've got a coach on the sideline, yeah? They've got a manager on the sideline who's supposed to be instructing these players, bro. What the fuck are you telling them? What are you telling them? Have you got their family tied up? Is that why they don't want to shoot? Are they afraid to miss? Did you tell them if they miss, their families are gone? What? Why can't we do? I don't understand, bro. Yeah, and then they get a set piece right at the end of the game, and you're thinking, please, clear the ball away. Clear the ball away, bro. Just clear the ball away. Clear the fucking ball away. Why are 6 players watching the ball like this?
And the maddest thing is, you guys are just clearing it into no man's land before that. That was the one time you needed to.
Just send the ball down to their goalkeeper if you have to. Send the ball down to their keeper. But no. Nah. They can't do that. They all want to be watching the football, which, by the way, yeah, I learned when I was in year 4 from set pieces. Follow your man, not the ball. Follow your man, not the ball.
Yo, do you know how many players follow that shit, though? Every time I see a goal conceded from a set piece, it's usually because some bozo is ball watching. Always. It's always just comes down to somebody ball watching.
And people don't and Northside, you know, big yourself up, of course. You're saying to me it feels like a win. Why don't you chat to them United fans that are telling me hold that? Hold what? A point? what am I holding?
They're being shameless like you because things was all good about a week ago. You beat Copenhagen and you had your chest out. You're doing the proof as well. You're doing the chicken as well. You're doing the Nando's.
Stop. Again, we're not spreading misinformation. I refuse to allow misinformation to be spread. Yeah, I had my chest out because we got the best centre back in the world, innit? Yeah, I had my chest out because we got man like Gareth Van der Ven, bro. Do you understand? Man like Mr. Drop Your Shoulder, Mr. Check Your Mirrors. Yeah, that's why I had my chest out. But again, and this is proves, you know what I'm saying? It be your own boys, bro. It be your own boys, you know what I'm saying? Check my channel, check my match reaction. You will know I said this is calm because it's Copenhagen Do you know what I'm saying? And we're at home. It's in the league. We needed the result. Not in the league, sorry. It's in the Champions League. We needed the result. However, I've been saying that all of the games that I am judging this manager on was the Chelsea game, which let's be honest, we threw that in the bin. We threw that in the bin from kickoff. Was the United game, which, surprise, surprise, we fucking threw in the bin. It's you lot, PSG, and Newcastle. Them 5 games. Now we've got you lot next. And I
seen you very giddy when you beat Everton. I saw you very giddy when you beat Copenhagen. I can't lie. I seen you extremely giddy. So at least we beat Copenhagen trophy and we beat Everton.
Hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen.
You've been gassing this up. I don't know why you're calling out Man United fans, but you've been gassing this up as well alongside Deji, bro.
Cool. We got the We Beat Copenhagen trophy. You got the top of the league in November trophy. How about that?
I didn't celebrate that. That's the difference. You celebrated that. No, you celebrated that. No, but you actually celebrated that on 4K. I didn't celebrate that. When did I ever say that?
Did I celebrate beating Copenhagen in 4K?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you were giddy. You and Dej, and you were giddy after Everton as well. You were giddy for them results.
Clips.
Yeah, I'm saying you were giddy as well for Leeds.
But this is the thing,
the last couple of weeks where you've been bouncing on here, coming in like Booker T. Do you know what I'm saying? Getting the sparklers out and everything. I'm really excited about Tottenham. And I've been telling you, I don't know why you're smiling, bro. I don't know why you're smiling. The state of your team, I don't know why you're smiling, bro.
Bro, listen.
But you've been doing a week-to-week analysis with Dej. You man should actually make that a show, week to week.
Nah. Because me and Deji will argue, and I like Deji.
Are we in? Are we out?
Hey, I'll watch that.
I don't want to argue with Deji. You know what I'm saying? Deji's my guy. I don't want to argue with.
Argue about what? Bro, both of you waxing lyrical about your manager. Both of you have been celebrating certain wins. Both of you have been setting draws like a win. Both of you have been getting giddy about your team. You've been coming on the show with chess, bro. Don't think I forget. The North remembers, bro. I've seen you.
I'm gonna come on here and do this defeatist thing, yeah. It's a new season, bro.
You've been showing a lot of chess from early, Jay. You've been coming on here like Omarion, bro. Iceboxing, that body popping, everything. I didn't know why you was excited.
Hold on. Listen, yeah. You may be getting the PTSD, you know what I'm saying? You may be getting the PTSD, the trauma. And I get it. That's why you can't be happy about these wins, because you've seen this happen 3 times in a row. You know what? You know the outcome. For me, I've said this already. I can only be happy about performances. When the performances give me a reason to be impressed and gives me a reason to go. Remember, I'm going to a lot of these games. So if I get the chance to go home from a game with a smile on my face, I'm happy with the football that we watched. Yeah, I'm happy with the performances. We've got 3 points in the bag, and I'm drunk too. Of course I'm gonna be giddy. But one thing I won't do, and you lot know me very well, yeah, is I'm not gonna deny, yeah, the problems that my club face right now, like our front 3, because we've got no Kudus, we've got no Mwani, we've got no Kulusevski, no Madison, no Solanke.
But you only want to bring that up when the result's negative. When the result's good, yeah, and you get the win, you don't want to talk about that.
That's also why I can't hear Frank out.
I call it out. We beat Copenhagen. They asked me, am I still Frank out? I said yes.
What about now?
What about right now? Bro, until this guy can give me 4 performances on the spin where I can say I can see what you're trying to do, I know what you're trying to do.
And now he's even lost Kudus.
Hey, well, there you go. That's his own fault. I don't feel sorry for him, because you want to use Kudus for everything.
How did he get injured?
I think he picked up a knock either before the game, or what game was it during?
Let me check.
I think it was during the Chelsea game. Again, it's always Chelsea derailing our season, to be quite honest with you. Every time we play Chelsea, they derail our whole season, bro. Every time we play Chelsea, we leave the Chelsea game with 5 injuries, bro. And I'm starting to get sick of it, innit? I'm getting sick of it.
It's a war, man. It was you guys that were trying to clamp us all game. It felt like the Battle of the Bridge towards the end of that.
Hey, man. Hey, every game feels like that. Go on, Max. What are you saying?
Is top 4 the FA Cup still on?
See, I get it though. I get it, right? This is what we do. No. Let me answer the question. No, let me answer the. I get you. Let me answer the question. This is what we're gonna do.
Oh no, he'll be back for the derby. Kudus will be out.
Every single week, we're gonna ask me, are my expectations and what I said I expected from my club, yeah, still the same. They're not going to change after a week. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, when we get to this... Okay, go for it.
The second question, then. So if it still hasn't changed, why was you on your channel saying we might not even make the top half of the table?
Okay, and if you're gonna no, hold on, because we can laugh. I'm gonna dismiss all of this right now, fam. If you listen to what I say, you know, as the French would say, do you know what I'm saying? I simply stated and I clearly stated that if Tottenham Hotspur continue to perform the way we performed against Chelsea, yes, we will finish in the bottom half of the table. There's nothing wrong with saying that. So everyone saying, "Oh, hold that," you got it wrong. Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
So it's top 4 of the trophy still on then?
Absolutely still on. 110%.
So why you Frank out? So why you
100? Look at the table. Look at the table right now, and how many points is 4th place on? All the way down to 13th.
Why are you Frank out then? Why are you Frank out then? If he's good enough, if that is still on, why are you Frank out then?
Because
surely he's good enough to do that.
It's not on. No. It's not on because Thomas Frank is an elite manager, or I believe that. No. It's not. It's still on because the rest of the teams in the league aren't that good. They're not that much better than us. And if any team out of United, Newcastle, Villa, you know what? Maybe you could chuck Palace in there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could throw Palace in there if you want to throw them in there. Out of those 4 teams and us, if there's any team that is, I'm confident, can pick anyone to top 4 and win a trophy, it's us, bro. It's us. I'm sorry, it's us.
I put Palace over you, I can't even lie. They've got a better squad as well and a better manager. I don't know about you.
You can put I love that. Undersell us, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I get it though.
No, but like for example, I'm not saying it's because you think he's an elite manager or anything, but if it's still on, is there any point of being Frank out now if it's still a possibility? Because surely if it is, you might as well wait. You might as well wait till the end of the season to be like, this is my forefront opinion of the manager.
This is the thing. I didn't say. I've said again, and I get it. People don't watch my channel enough. It's cool. The Hotspur Cave on YouTube. Go subscribe. Check that out, man.
No, we see 2 J's, bro. There's J after a win and J
context.
after a draw and a loss, bro. There's different J's. And depending on what J you get, it might be in, Frankie out.
Yeah, at the end of the season, I do want a new manager, bro. Do you know? And if results, and if we continue, and if we're in the bottom half of the table going into the new year, then sack him before then. Sack him before then, and go and get a manager. Go and get a better manager. Now I put faith in the club. Yeah, I put faith in the club that if they sack Thomas Frank, they will appoint a better manager. That manager I'm not gonna say the name because you guys go, oh, we're gonna clip you. Clip this. How about you clip me saying this? Yeah. Yeah. Instead of looking for small moments to try and dig me out for, why don't you watch the how many of you lot in the chat are sub? He's always cooking, Jay. How many of you lot are sub to my channel?
Yeah, make sure you're sub to everyone.
There we go then. There we go. And it's not even about being rattled, because you know me, Max. I'll admit when I'm rattled.
But they don't have to be sub to watch though.
But it's like it's very clear, that there's not much football conversation. It's more like you're trying to catch me out rather than ask my opinions on things, and that's okay.
Jay,
I really
Jay. For my last question, you didn't even answer it. That's the problem.
I did.
Like, no.
I said I don't want him sacked. I said I don't. There's no point sacking him right now, right this second. Yeah. However, that doesn't mean that I don't want him gone at the end of the season, bro.
So now it's the end of the season, but if it's still on, but if it's top 4 the trophy's still on,
been that, though.
No, but if top 4 the trophy's still on and you've achieved that, is there any point being Frank out?
If he achieves that, then I'm not Frank out anymore.
So how?
So you don't believe he's gonna get it though?
But you just said he's manager out regardless.
How can you be manager?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't say regardless.
You said you want him gone regardless. You said you want him gone. And now he just asked you if he hits your expectation for the season. You said, well, if he hits the expectation, then we'll keep him. Regardless if he hits the expectation, would you not want a better manager?
Yes, absolutely. Then he shouldn't be sacked. However, if he doesn't get me top 4 in a trophy, then yes, he should be sacked. It's that simple. And
I don't know what name you didn't want to bring up.
If we're in the bottom half of the table, by the end of the January transfer window, I will say, by the end of January transfer window, if we're in the bottom half of the table, even by a point, by a goal, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Start finding a new man. You better be on Indeed, putting out the job application, bro. Yeah, Indeed. Go on Indeed and put the job application out there. What's the other one? LinkedIn. Use that as well. Any site you need to use it. It's that simple. And go and get a Glasner. Maybe if Glasner says no, go and get a Xavi. Go and get an Iriola. Why are we acting like there's no managers out there, bro?
You said this before But I'm not misquoting you when I say this, because I watch your channel. This is why I'm asking you these questions. When someone asked about Iriola last stream, you was like, nah, I'm all right, mate. So why have you just said Iriola as a contender?
Cook him, Mike.
I'm just saying, go and get one of these managers. I'm just giving you an example. That's not who I want specifically. I'm just telling you there are managers out there that you can go and get. Let's not sit there and act like the Arsenal fans and say, oh, there's no one better than him. There's no one better than Frank. Who else can we get? Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Yo, that little dig, that was slick here, but at the same time,
you done it to me, bro. You done it to me.
I don't. You know what I mean? I'm not celebrating. I'm not saying all I want from the season is performances. You went from all I want in the season is performances. Now you're saying, oh no, but now we need a trophy. You don't even know what you want, bro. How can you be manager out? You don't even know what you want, bro. You just want performances. You have performances. You beat Copenhagen. Do you know what I'm saying? There's your performance, bro.
But I do know what I want. And Copenhagen, that's one performance.
Now because you want the manager out, because you know you're getting cooked because of the result against Man United. Now you're like, no, I need top 4 in the trophy. Which one is it?
I wanted him out from the Chelsea game.
Do you want performances or you want trophy?
Season. If anything, I will say this, bro. You lot think you lot can attack me for putting pressure on the manager, bro. He's putting pressure on himself. Like, let's talk football here, because everyone's trying to Spurs, Let's talk football here, yeah. Take your rival hats off for a sec. Let's talk football here. The manager's putting the pressure on himself. It doesn't really. What I want means nothing at the end of the day, bro. What
pressure though? Your fan base just wanted better defensive football, bro, which you've got. That's all you man wanted. Oh, we can't defend the way we do with Ange. It's not consistent. So now that you've got a defender, a manager that's more defensive, a lot of your fan base are happy with that.
Bro, the performances to go with it, the results to go. Northside, we've won 3 league games at home all year, bro. What are we doing here?
So like, you should have kept Ange then, innit? Because at least it ends with a trophy.
Well, no. But to be fair with you, to be very fair to you, a lot of those league losses were under Ange, bro. A lot of them were under Ange, bro.
But how did the season end? How did the season end?
And
better than what you expect under Frank. Because you said you don't expect Frank to win a trophy this season. You said that's your expectation. Your expectation is top 4 in a trophy. But you said you don't rate the manager and you don't expect him to get a trophy. But with Ange, regardless of what you wanted to say about the football, at least it ended in a trophy. And you didn't see a trophy for a hot minute. That's why you were doing the
and to be very fair to you, at the start of last season, I didn't predict us to win. I didn't predict us to win a trophy at the start of last season. I only started believing in around January that we were going to do it.
Okay, hold on. What's your happiest moment as a Tottenham fan in your life right now? What's the happiest moment?
We know what the happiest moment is. May 21st, 2025.
Why?
Europa League final. Yes, we won the Europa League.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. And so Thomas Frank
you've gone from that. You've gone from that to we just want to play good defensive football and we're happy with a little performance and that's it. You're content with that. Like I don't really get what you lot want. Like
you're conflating though. This is the thing. Yeah, you're conflating, and I get it because this is coming from a rival's perspective. You're conflating everything I say and jamming it all together. Yeah. First of all, I'm going to say this just in case no one knows, but opinions can change based on what you're seeing. So if I at the start of the season, bearing in mind the first proper game I saw under Frank was the PSG game. And I said, you know what? I like what I've seen. He's set up to stifle a big side, a very good attacking side. And then we get 10 games in. We've won 1 home game in the league. Yeah, which was the opening day of the season against Burnley, which everyone on this panel has had no problems beating this season, yeah? Then I sit there and say, okay, we're 10 games in. We shouldn't be where we are in the league. The football has been absolutely dross. He's too passive. The substitutions that he makes has been poor. His team selection has been awful for a lot of these games that we're dropping points in. Yeah. Then my opinion now will go from, okay, maybe this guy knows what he's doing to, okay, he clearly doesn't know what he's doing. This job is too big for him, in my personal opinion. My opinion can change within 2-3 months. We've had the guy for 4 months.
I know, but it's been changing weekly though, Jay. That's the thing, though. It's been changing weekly though. That's the thing, bro.
But it hasn't been changing weekly.
Yeah,
because for the last month,
the way that
I've been on the same stance, North. If
nah, bro. You know what? Do you know what it is? Yeah. Let's be honest, Jay. Yeah. Has your club ever spent the money or assembled a team good enough to win the league? No. Even when you got to the Champions League final, it was based on the manager getting maximum amount of the team, not because he was given.
There was always a better team.
Yeah, I mean, to actually get to that position. So your club don't spend. What's going on with your team? Your team's got mid to rubbish players. Yeah, that's what your club normally does. So if I was you, which would never happen because I'd never support a team like that. But if I was you, I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, you don't spend the money, you don't spend the wages. Yeah, to be where you want to be. Yeah. So if you get a manager that can win you now, just take that, because it's the difference between you and me. Yeah. My expectation is not just because my club's bigger than yours, but my club spends more money than yours, whether it's transfers, whether it's wages. So we spend like the elite clubs, but we don't win elite trophies. So then I look at the manager and I'm like, yo, you're given the tool. Arteta's been given the tools to win a major honor. The difference is your manager ain't doing that, bro. Who's your replacement for Son? Who's your replacement for Kane?
I agree.
Do you know what I'm saying? So when you get a manager like Ange, yeah, you have to look at Ange and be like, yo, do you know what? Yeah, regardless of everything, yeah, the guy is actually getting us winning. You've gone down the path of Conte and Mourinho. Now you didn't back those managers the way they wanted to be backed. You don't do that. What you don't do is allow your team to get decay.
You're so right.
You allow your team to decay. You keep on Benton calls. You guys do this all the time, bro. You know what I mean? Like when you had Eric Dyer in that, you let your team degrade in quality, and then you get 1-2 little signings and hope they'll do well. Javi Simmons was always a gamble, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you knew he was inferior to Eze. It was always a gamble, but that's what you lot did. You did this when you had Soldado. Even when you come into money, you make dumb signings. So if you got a club that don't spend the money, but they make money, but they don't spend it, and you get a manager to actually win you something,
but North, I'm not sitting here asking him to go win me the Premier League in his first season. I'm not asking him to win me a Champions League in his first season. That would be lovely. Don't get it twisted. I'd love to see that. But I'm not dumb. I know that's not going to happen. All I'm saying, is performances, we sit here and talk about how performances aren't sustainable. I can name you 3 performances, and funny enough, the 3 times you've seen me happy are the only 3 times we performed well this season. Funny enough, the only 3 performances that you've seen me, the only 3 times you've seen me happy are the 3 times that we performed well this season, which I'm allowed to be, by the way.
Which games were they? Can I ask?
Oh, you like to know, would you?
No, I just want to ask you.
Oh, no. I get it. Obviously, the Burnley game, I thought we played well. Again,
yeah.
Of course, it's at home.
Yeah.
The Everton game, I thought we played very well. Do you know what I'm saying? Although, I also think Everton, on another day, that some of them chances, if they've got better players, they convert those chances. It's a different game. Yeah, and I also think the Copenhagen game, I was very... Although I don't know if he did a show after the Copenhagen game or not.
No. We did.
But that was the other game I was happy about. Those are 3 performances that I can be happy. The rest, I've simply said, you come up against a better team, we don't win this game, or we don't draw this game. I've said that consistently. Now, hold on, Mike, before I let you go, just before I forget it. Is Thomas Frank to blame for every problem at this football club? No. Is it Thomas Frank's fault that the board decided to wait until the last 5 weeks of the window to start showing some initiative? No. Yeah. However, there are problems that Thomas Frank is bringing on himself, that he's putting pressure on himself. This team isn't the best team in the league, but this team is not bad enough or that shit that they can't get into the top 4. We got into the top 4 with Davinson Sanchez, Emerson Royale, Eric Dyer, and Ben Davies as a back 4, and you think you're going to sit on this channel and tell me that we can't get into the top 4 with the back 4 that we have now, the decent midfield, which, by the way, we probably got the deepest midfield out of this whole panel. Not saying it's the best. I'm just
That's
saying
not top 4 quality, though. It's not. Your squad
If it's not the best, then it's just mid.
Your team is hella mid, bro. Your best player is a centre
Doesn't
back.
matter.
Your
It doesn't
your
matter.
team ain't good
They're
enough.
not shit. I'm not having that. We've had
Your
worse
team is
teams
dead,
that got
bro.
Europe. Stop telling me my team
Bro,
is
your
mid,
team is
bruv.
dead.
I don't
Your
care.
team's
I don't
only
care.
got a
My
back four, bro.
expectation isn't gonna fucking change. All I know is European football. I want European football. We won a trophy.
Okay,
last
European
season.
football.
We're winning
Wait,
one
wait,
again.
we're
That's the
somewhere.
standard.
Then get the conference
I'm sick
then.
of this.
Yeah,
Every
like
time
the
you're
Europa or
Tottenham,
something.
So what? At one point, Man City were Man City. At one point, Chelsea were just Chelsea.
You don't
So why
spend
the
Chelsea
fuck
money.
Am
You
I
don't
so
spend
wrong
City money.
for expecting a change?
You don't
You've
spend that
referenced
money,
two
though.
teams that rebuilt their entire squads.
You don't spend
Wait,
that money, bro. Your midfield's dead, bro. Your
We
midfield's dead.
spent $1 billion in 5 years. What are you talking about?
Bro, that team still ain't good
We've
enough.
got a £555 million squad.
And you got
Do not
Mawani and
tell
Tell,
me,
bro.
Yeah, do not. Our squad costs more than it costs to build Brighton, Bournemouth, Brentford, and Fulham Stadium all together. You want to tell me that I'm wrong and that these players can't get top 4?
That's on
Nah,
$1 billion
no.
for talent Richarlison. I'm finished.
No, then you got a recruitment problem, then, innit?
Wait,
Are you happy with Tell? Are you happy with Mawani? Are you happy with these guys? Are you happy with Javi Simmons, bro? Are you happy? You telling me these are
No, I
ballers,
might
yeah?
not be happy with. I might not be happy with them because of the options that we were supposed to get, the first choice options, and they aren't our first choices. However, like I said, this club is not shit enough, or is not that shit to the point where top 4 is an absolute myth, and winning a trophy, which by the way depends on the luck of the fucking
You had me at
draw,
Europe.
which is what everyone was saying last season when we won a fucking trophy. Yeah, I was
The Europa.
Look who you played. Look who you played. So why is it now that a trophy which none of our teams have played a game in yet will be written off in already?
But Jay, I think you can make Europa. You're talking about top 4. If it was Europa, I'd hear all of this.
Nah, conference.
Especially conference. Well, they kind of forfeited that last time.
All right. Let me go back to an earlier
My chest
point.
is hurting. I'm in pain. I'm gonna calm down. I'm actually gonna calm down.
Let me go back to an earlier point then. So you said the 3 games, like you come in here and you've been happy, if I'm not mistaken, was the Burnley game, the Everton game, and the Copenhagen game. Right? That's exactly what you said. If I'm not trying to like misinterpret a single word you said. That's what you correct, right? And I'm assuming you're not happy with this 2-2 draw against Manchester United, of course, right?
Nah, not at all.
So does anyone remember the show when Tottenham drew to Brighton? Brighton was 2-0 up.
Vaguely,
Tottenham
yeah. I remember the game.
I also remember from that show saying, I'm not angry.
Hold on.
Okay, no, you're about to lie. So go on.
Let me speak.
Go on.
I'm not lying.
Let me talk.
This was the week where Jay said, "You're all done on this show. You're all getting cooked. I'm all gonna rattle all 3 of you." It's on the same day as the not Ballon d'Or, whatever the fucking managerial award, whatever nonsense it was.
Tell him, Mike.
I don't care what show it was. It was on the same day as that, where you was very, very happy at the time. You was meat riding Thomas Frank.
Oh, brother.
You was riding his Danish dick. And you was like,
you know.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy that you guys aren't doing this good right now. And the fact that we didn't lose on the day. And you were like, why should I be angry that we drew? We drew. What is there to be angry about?
Misquoted me again.
Feels like a win. Feels like a win. This is what I've been saying, bro.
Nah, he misquoted me. I've got the clip on my. I've literally got the clip because I was gonna upload it. No, I said, and I quote. I said, you said to me, Jay, why are you not angry? Why are you smiling so much? I said, if I'm being completely honest, yeah, of course I'm not happy with a draw. I'm not. Of course, I said I'm not happy with a draw. Am I happy that we didn't lose? Absolutely, but I'm not happy with the draw. I said. The main reason I'm smiling is because you all lost this week, and I'm sat here, and I'm the only one not. I don't even have to crash out. It's always fun to. Last season, I was on this show every week, crashing out. Now, for the first time in the 10, 11 months we've been doing this show for, I can be on this panel and I am not, for once, I am not the loser.
And is that not because Frank has you in a more stable place than Ange?
In a stable place? Not, to be fair, to be very fair with you, it's not, that wasn't even it. And you could say that, in fact, you could say that we are in a lot more of a stable place than Ange Postecoglou. 100%. 100%. But that wasn't the reason why I was happy. That wasn't the reason why I was happy. I got to listen to Northside crashing out again. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't get to see them. I don't get to see. We barely got to see them lose. You know what I'm saying? And the worst part is, I don't even think they lost. Why? I was just genuinely happy.
You might have been the City draw then.
You man can't cook me. What are you gonna say? Your club shit. You got a point. Yeah, calm, bro, calm. Mike's was at the bottom of the table. Do you know what I'm saying? Chelsea, £1 billion spent. Don't worry about what my club are doing. How about you worry about stopping Arsenal from winning the title? And Arsenal, you got.
Hey, you got to do your job next game first.
And we will do that. We will do.
I don't want my billion.
You will do what? You will do what? No. Hold on. What did you say? You will do what? What is it that you're gonna do, Jay? No. Let us know. Let's get a Jay preview exclusive.
Let's get another.
You know what I mean? Bomber. What is it that you're not gonna do in the derby?
I believe in you, Jay. I believe.
He's been reeled back in. He's been reeled right back in.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Huh?
Well, to be quite no pun intended, frank with you, I do believe that we have the ingredients to stop this Arsenal side from getting 3 points.
Have the ingredients.
I believe we have the ingredients, you know, as the mutants would say. You know, the manager's cooking. He's cooking, guys. I can see what he's cooking. Can't you see what he's cooking?
You're top of the away league, remember?
Yeah, guys.
Crap.
No, guys.
I need everyone to remember this, yeah? Tottenham have the ingredients to win in the North London derby, yeah?
No, North. I know what this one is for all the guys in my chat, yeah? That tell me I'm an idiot. I'm a misguided idiot. All of you Spurs fans, you toxic positive pieces of shit, yeah, that take fucking cucumbers up your assholes, yeah. This one's for you. No, it's okay, guys. Don't worry, because Mikez tells the best left winger that there is. Odegaard, guys, have you not seen Odegaard? Guys, we've got Odegaard, bro. You know, Ashley told me Richarlison has got 6 GA in 6 starts. So what are we worried about? What are we worried about, guys? What
have you not just been positive, calling out your fan base being positive? You just said you
pun intended.
No. I wasn't being. What was I positive about? What was I positive about?
You just said that you got the ingredients to beat Arsenal, bro.
Pardon?
You just said you got the ingredients.
I didn't say beat. See, don't twist my words. I said we have the. I'm using we have the ingredients to stop Arsenal. Now you ask, what does?
It's about the performance, not about the result. It's about the performance.
Now you ask them, what does stopping Arsenal look like? They will tell me. Now, for me, I'm not accepting anything other than 3 points, bro. I'm not accepting nothing other than 3 points. If Frank loses this, oh my gosh.
What if he draws?
This is it. It's not just Frank, it's Tottenham.
What if he draws, though? You said if he loses. What if he draws? Great performance.
It's unacceptable. Sorry, it's unacceptable. And hey, I told you, North, remember I did say he's put the pressure on himself. He put the pressure on himself. You could have walked away with 3 points at home against United, yeah? And maybe not set up like a passive bitch against Chelsea and get bummed at home, yeah? And then maybe there would have been less pressure going into this derby. But you wanna lose at home to Chelsea, yeah? You wanna lose at home to Villa. You wanna bottle a 2-1 lead in the space of 3 fucking minutes after you turn the game around. So now go and beat Arsenal. You're the giant killer, right? Well, so far he's been killed by 3 giants. So if you're the giant killer, if this manager is the giant killer, like you not say, go beat Arsenal. You've got no problem doing it. Go beat Arsenal. Sorry, and you guys can say I'm crazy. You can say,
I believe in you. Yeah.
No, but they can call me crazy. But what am I crazy for? Why am I crazy? Am I wrong for saying what I'm saying? You put the pressure on yourself by failing to win 2.
I think a draw wouldn't be too bad for you lot over there, but
Wait, so why is a draw more acceptable at Brighton away than Arsenal away?
I'm gonna let you ask. I'm gonna let you ask that question again. I'm gonna let you ask that. I'm gonna let you ask that question again. Ask me that question again. Ask me that question again. Furthermore, why did the Crip hate the Bloods? Why did the Crip hate the Bloods?
I think you might have got the question wrong.
Yeah. Why is a draw more acceptable at Brighton than Arsenal?
We haven't got a result against Arsenal for 4.5 years. For 4.5 years. That's why I'm more willing to tolerate going away to the Amex and getting a point than I am going to the Emirates. Yeah, when we haven't got a win. Nah, bro, this is the North London derby. There's like more than just points on the line here.
To be fair, I don't think you lot do well at Brighton either.
Maybe next season, when you go down to the Championship next season, we can ask you the same question about Millwall.
No, because I remember
right now, this isn't just about points.
You're talking about what's going to happen. I'm talking about what's happened. That's the difference. Like,
no, they won in 2022.
And I'm telling you, this is about bragging rights.
What's your prediction then? What's your prediction? North London derby. What's your prediction?
I'm gonna go 1-0 Tottenham. 1-0 Tottenham.
You said you wasn't gonna win earlier. You said you wasn't gonna win earlier, like literally 2 minutes ago.
That would be incredible to keep a clean sheet.
Oh, what, you wanted me to predict a loss? Is that what you wanted?
No, I wanted to predict what you were going to think. What you're thinking.
1-0. We got the ingredients. No problem. No problem.
1-0. 1-0. Yeah, 1-0. That's not a bad. It's not a bad score prediction. Did I say 4-0? Did I say 3-0?
I'll say, to be fair, it's the only result I could see you winning with. Because I think if Arsenal get any goal, like that Emirates Stadium is going to turn into a cauldron. I could just see you spiraling from there.
Yeah, we
so
know
if you want to win, it would have to be 1
goals as well, Lewis. We know what happens. We've seen what happens when they concede goals. Their stadium goes quiet, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? All of them man are on their phones tweeting about the game instead of watching it, bro. Their stadium goes quiet. I've been there.
Yeah, that's your only way of winning.
I've seen us silence that ground numerous times. Bro. You get me? So I know we can do it. Now, again, I kind of have to wait to see what players come back because, again, will Solanke be back before then? I'm unsure. Is Kudus going to be available? I don't know.
Apparently, Frank said he would be back. Like, it was only precautionary to miss this weekend's match.
Do you know what I'm saying? People putting Colo in the chat, bro. If Kudus is back, I'm going to be honest, we should go into this game, play a back three and play 2 up top, play Kudus as one of the strikers and hey,
I'd leave Kolo Muani as far away from Saliba as possible, personally. But
Muani's not going to be fit. He's out for 8 weeks. He's not going to be back. He fractured his jaw or something like that.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. That's why he got subbed off against United. That's the reason he came off against United. Which we was all pissed off about because Richarlison, who, by the way, can I just say, because I know we want to move on in that, the amount of times I've seen him dive past the football, like just miss the ball completely, needs to be studied. If there are any football clubs out there, we're not asking for a transfer fee. We just ask that you pay for his flight to wherever your club is. We don't want a fee for him. We don't want a loan fee, nothing. Please just take him off our hands. Thank you very much. That's what I have to say. 1-0 Spurs. Yes, I believe we can get past Arsenal. You can laugh all you want. That's fine. Do you know what I'm saying? But hey, when you hear my prediction for the PSG game, that's when you're really gonna laugh, innit? But
you got PSG again in the champs?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Cool. I'll keep an eye out for that. Oh, wait, is that after the break too?
Yeah.
Yo, next week's Champions League games are gonna slap. What the fuck? But Bayern fucking Arsenal, us Barca, and this.
That's the thing. Thomas Frank can't be that bad then if he's going to be Arsenal.
I see he got Madrid as well.
Mike.
No,
they got Leverkusen.
Northside. Am I wrong though? If Thomas Frank beats Arsenal and PSG,
it's not Thomas Frank though. I didn't say Thomas Frank's why I think we beat them
too.
Why
I didn't say Thomas Frank's why I think we beat them. I think we beat them.
Why can't he be the reason though? Why can't he be the reason?
He gets the blame when they lose, but he doesn't get the praise when they win.
If he can prove me right, maybe he will be the reason. maybe he will be the reason, maybe he won't, but he's not the reason that I believe we're going to win. I believe that we can win because I just believe that the players mentally will understand, that, we cannot keep going into this we can't go into this fixture and lose it, especially with the home form being as bad as it is, the loss against Chelsea, that can't run. And with the run of games that we've got coming up, these players will understand, bro. And if they don't understand, I'll be right back here calling it all out. And I will be, because I don't run from the smoke. Do you understand? I should be laying in bed, recovering. And you man are here rattling me right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're rattling yourself.
Okay. But it's okay, because guess what? I'm still above all your clubs. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Apart from. Oh, you're right. You're right. My bad. I'm still above all your clubs. I'm still above mine. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations. Congratulations.
I'm not the loser.
Anybody predicted West Ham to finish. I don't think anybody predicted West Ham to finish above Tottenham. I don't think anybody predicted to finish West Ham.
You know what I'm saying?
I've won a European trophy. I don't care.
Day 176 of being your European champions. Thank you very much.
I do not care. Anyway, basically, what I was also going to say is that you're already dismissing the idea of that Thomas Frank could be the reason why you beat Arsenal and PSG. That is what I'm saying. That's what
I'm not dismissing. You know what? Yeah, I am dismissing it, bro.
So that means you got an agenda. That means you got an agenda against it.
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah. I'm running them agendas. We're running them agendas. No. Agendas all season, bro. Agendas. What's another buzzword?
That does explain it. That does explain a lot of your
opinions.
That does explain a lot of your football opinions. It explains a lot.
Hey, what explains a lot?
That I got an agenda. You are an agenda merchant.
I'm an agenda merchant. Nah, bro. How have I got an agenda?
You said that you beat Arsenal and PSG and it'll have nothing to do with Thomas Frank. You're already dismissing the idea.
I didn't say it will. I just said I don't think it will. Now, again, I'm not saying that he's not going to prove me wrong. I'm not saying that he can't prove me wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? But I see Arsenal fans in the chat talking about Super Cup. Have you played in the Super Cup before? Do have you ever even qualified for that competition? If I were you, I'd just concentrate. Drink some orange juice and concentrate, innit? Focus, bro. Focus, please. Come on, guys.
Lovely.
You shouldn't have been rattled this much by me. I'm 18th, man. You shouldn't be rattled this much by me. I'm 18th.
I won't be, bro. We'll be watching the championship next season together, bro.
You already have been. I ain't watching with you. But I don't know how you can round.
You can go to the pub on a Wednesday and watch you play. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't giving the money in the
Champions games.
I ain't giving them money. I ain't giving them money.
That Jared Bowen season in the Championship though, that will be generational.
Oh, probably, yeah, breaking all the records.
Yeah, it'll look like fucking Prime Hazard down there.
Oh god, yeah.
Right, shout out Pachara saying, does Cena hold the Intercontinental title in December? Yes, he's dropping it when he retires, 100%. Big up Pachara, though. And big up to Ken Joy, who says, what if Frank picks up form at the end of the season?
If there's a trophy and European football to go with it, then cool.
We shouldn't really get to that point anyway. Like, there's way too many fixtures to go before that. And you got knocked out by Newcastle. You still got the FA Cup. You still got the FA Cup, so that's that.
I'm waiting to. They ain't done the draws for that yet. When's the draw for that? I want to know who we're playing, man.
Oh yeah, they're still in the first round or something. You ain't gonna hear that for a while.
Nah, man. That's what I'm saying. I want to hear who we're playing. I love the FA Cup. It's a good day out as well, man.
Jado, I hope you lot do your thing next game when you play Arsenal, though, because we kind of need that. Now you see Chelsea third in the league.
In my match reaction,
we're only a couple points away. So if you do a little solid for us, they got to go to Bayern, then they got to go to Chelsea. We might take another few points off them. This is the theory that I'm trying to talk into existence. And then suddenly, we are real in this title race, and no one can deny it.
I'm fucking rattled. How dare you? What do you mean you wouldn't bottle it? You don't get to finals to bottle leads in anyways. Get to a final first and then talk about bottling a lead. You bum. You haven't seen your team in the European finals for time. My niece wasn't even alive the last time you lot were in a European final. Shut the fuck up. Shit. Fuck.
Paris Mandem, just for you as well, man, because it's a good question. Win our next two games. It's that simple. Win your next 2 matches, beat Burnley, beat Arsenal, and then it's undeniable. Right now, it is still an as-it-goes thing. It's still a game-by-game thing. I'll maintain what I said from the start of the month. Win your games. Arsenal dropping points at Sunderland, I hoped that would be the case, but now that it's happened, there's a very good scenario potentially out there. Spurs can do some damage. We can do some damage. City will still be about. I like they might be like slight favourites as things stand, but I'm getting back into the race.
Does anyone think City could do something?
Yes, absolutely.
I
Guardiola is really getting this system starting to cook now. The midfield's not getting cooked without Rodri, and now it's not just Haaland. Now the other forwards are starting to get involved and starting to carry their own weight a little bit too. I still think Doku got to get a few more GNA, just like make it a bit more consistent. But you can tell that he's leveled up as a player anyway. So it's like they're in it, but whether us or Arsenal are within the next month, it remains to be seen. As of now, do you guys think Chelsea are in it? That was the only question I wanted to ask with Chelsea because we beat fucking Wolves. I don't care too tough. But do you think Chelsea is in the race?
I agree.
In the race, yeah, but won't win it.
Yeah. I think you'll be in a race until like December, January. And then we'll see what happens to you during the window.
I want us to ideally be there for like February, March. The longer we in the title race, the less I have to think about top 4. And my minimum for this season is you fucked up the window, so make me bored at the end of the season. I want no top 4 race. If I'm not good enough for the league, I'm not good enough for the league, whatever. I'll take a third place finish where I'm not in any race and I'm just sitting in limbo. Run me that if I have to have that and a trophy.
Well, it depends on what you have to do in January, in my opinion.
I look at where we are now. We're third with no Palmer. 1 ball playing centre-back, who's my worst centre-back. Big centre-back issues all throughout the season. And Caicedo, Enzo, and João Pedro are playing with knocks. So I'm just thinking, Palmer coming back in the next few weeks. If my players can get past their knocks, suddenly we've got a much fitter side that's already managed to keep themselves within the top 3. The only problem is I agree with Northside. I've never said that I think we're actually winning the league. But for me, the bare minimum you can give me this season is show me that we're keeping level with Man City, with Liverpool, with Arsenal, and that we're not just a level below. If you can give me that as the minimum, you have another window to build on that, then I'm expecting the league title. Because now I want us to be seriously pushing for it.
Can I just add
keep me within the race.
I low-key, I think...
Nah, Jay, you can't speak, bro. We're talking about winning league titles, bro. You're not in the conversation, bro.
Well, then in that case, Mike's definitely shouldn't be laughing. Do you know what I'm saying? Mike
I will laugh because you're angry. Why are you flexing up to me more than I do? Why did you say fuck me for?
We're talking about winning league titles. You shouldn't be laughing. We're talking about winning the championship, big man. You know what I'm saying? But
what did you say fuck me for? You
I was actually going to say, that I do think Chelsea are in this title race, but I think they're indirectly in this title race, innit? I think their position in this race really, really is dependent on what the 2 at the top being, because I think Liverpool are done, by the way. I don't think they have a sniff at this league. I think, to be honest, call me crazy.
I'm not writing them off yet.
I think Liverpool finish outside the top 4 in my personal.
No, because Liverpool got a good run of games coming up now. But if they keep this run of form going through that, they're fucked. They ain't coming back. What?
Do you know what I'm saying? And to be fair, but then you look at the games that they've played already, and look at the games that they've been dropping points in. Bro, how many of those games do you look at and say, Liverpool's I definitely see a world where a Liverpool that spent 500 million in the summer should be dropping points to this team? Absolutely not.
I absolutely hear it, but Forest, West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds, Brighton, it does get relatively easier.
The only teams they pick up points against in that run, they pick up 3 points against, is probably West Ham and Leeds, in my opinion. I think Sunderland will get the better of them. I think Brighton are just one of them stubborn teams I think they're sort of Liverpool's Achilles heel. Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of the way the results go against them usually. Bro, I don't think it's as nailed on. And the way we've seen them perform, I can't look at this Liverpool
Forest
team
as well. I kind of hear you.
They should be nailed on to beat anyone. The only team in the league right now that I look at and say, they're nailed on to beat, they're certainly winning. And I'm not being funny. I hate to say it, bro, but It's Arsenal. Like they're the only team in the league right now that I can see them come up against a team and say, yeah, that 3 points is in the bag. No one else looks comfortable. And that's why
I'd say it, but it's just Arteta for me. Now I'm just looking at the way Guardiola and City are moving. I'm just thinking, look, last season was last season, but I don't know if we're going to see that same City anymore because Haaland looks as dangerous as he did the first season, where you saw a little drop off. Not that it meant too much for his records, but you saw a little drop off the last 2 seasons. This looks like we're watching first season Haaland back. Facts. And now they're a bit more multi-dimensional, where they can play direct or they can dominate possession. Now the midfield doesn't look as cut through as it was last season. I just think now we're getting to the point where it's like City are just being City, the City that we've known for the last 5 years.
It's why the City fans were saying, stop talking about us at the start of the season. They were just like, bro, just shut up in it. Just let us do our thing, bro. Don't watch us. Don't just let us. They know what they're doing. They're trying to do the mind games thing. You know what I'm saying? And I fucking hate it. In fact, no, I love it at the same time. I love it and hate it at the same time because it's like, you know what you done. Word to JB. You know what you done. You know what you done. You know what you done. You have a striker who how many he's hit 100 Premier League goals already now.
Nearly, I think.
You've got one of the best strikers in the world who this season it looks like he's been watching Harry Kane highlights, I'll be honest. Like not being funny, but his all-round game looks like it's improved massively. Don't know whether that's down to Pep, whether that's down to him himself, yeah. Like you said, their midfield, bro. That that Gonzalez guy that they got in the midfield, he is a joke. He's a joke. And I said when they signed him, that is a midfielder that is perfect for my football club. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not struggling as much with Rodri. I see Foden's getting himself on the score sheet now. Doku actually looks like a threat. Like it's not just shaking. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not just seizure football, bro. He's actually taking players on and he's getting goals, bro. If there's any team that's going to stop Arsenal, it's Man City right now. I'm being honest with you. I'm being completely real.
Yeah,
Same. Completely agree. I think it'll end up being them at the end of it. But yeah, Chelsea, just keep yourself in the race as long as possible. Oh, fucking hell. Who they got next? Just out of interest, who they got next?
It would have been perfect.
They have Newcastle away.
Oh, that is going to be a good watch. That is going to be a very good watch.
5:30 next Saturday, yeah, with the early kickoff.
That guy is living through Kane. No, I'm just saying that. Fuck's sake, you can't say anything as a Tottenham fan, innit? Fuck me, bro. Like, fucking hell. I'm just saying.
Man, you know what it is. You just started to break it a bit this year, and you got to do it again next year.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah. I'll be real. You just got to find your way through it, man. But yeah, big up to every single one of you that's locked in. I fucking love this show. This show is fucking hilarious. It's the best
part of my week show, man.
Yeah, big up North, big up Mikes, big up Jay. It's great to have you guys on as always. Big up to the panel. And yeah, we're sending you over to Mikes. Mike's is going to go live in a little bit on his channel. So hit the notification over there. Make sure you're subbed to everybody. And we'll be back soon. Up the Chelsea.